All right, everyone. Welcome. Starting with 100 audiences from our game. Well, you know me. My name is Jay. I am the community lead of League of Kingdoms, and I am here uh, to do the AMA for you. I'm here with Paul and Stephanie with me as well. But I will be the one who mostly be speaking in during this AMA. So in this AMA, we're going to go over the Drago contents and reveal some of the roadmap that's coming with the big updates. And we'll at the end of after we go over the article, we're gonna take some live questions from the audiences and finish the AMA. So let's get started. I just shared the article, and one thing that is interesting about the live stage right now is that now you can actually share your screen. So here it is, the Drago update article right now. So let's go over what is coming with the update. So first and foremost, everyone, thank you for all your patience for this whole year to waiting for the Drago to come, and it is finally coming to you and to all of us. Now, we're gonna first go over. We're gonna start with how to bridge your Drago and go over starting from the intro to Drago, how the Drago breathes and burns. Go more detail about the DSA and DST and how you can farm it, and finish up with the Drago rental and change the resource mining and all that. So, first of all, please bear in mind that the details in this article and numerical values can be adjusted for balance issues. And also, many of the text and the images are from dummy images, so it does not actually represent sometimes it does not represent the exact value of the things. So, to begin with, we are excited to announce that we have chosen Polygon as our primary platform for operating Drago. So this decision was made after careful consideration of several factors, but ultimately we believe that Polygon is the best choice for us. So in this whole past year, we've been contacting with a lot of different main networks, and about like 2-3 of them we went very far and deeply about in migrating and possibility of operating Drago within that chains. I cannot give you the names because we ended up deciding not to do it, but at the end of the day we went back to Polygon, and yeah, it's one of the best choice of options that we had at now. And so one of the primary reasons for selecting Polygon is our existing presence in the ecosystem through LOK for past 2 years. Our skin, our resources, and our packages are all in Polygon, and probably every user in our game already are familiar with Polygon. So there is a first reason why we picked Polygon. And the second of all, the EVM ecosystem has experienced remarkable growth in the past few years, establishing itself as a really strong powerhouse in the industry with the impressive array of Web2 companies, brand IPs, and like Web3 gamings and all that. So at the end of the day, we decided to pick Polygon. Now, let's go over to the bridging page. So in our bridge page, you will be able to bridge your Drago to Polygon and also bridge your Loka between Polygon and Ethereum. So when you bridge your asset, it will be sent to the same wallet address in the respective network. So basically, if you connect to the Ethereum wallet and bridge the Drago to Polygon, it will automatically go to the same wallet in the Polygon network. So this is the first Drago bridging page. So in here, you can basically select a couple of Dragos, press bridge, and it will be the MetaMask pop-up will show up, and you can just proceed with the transaction, and it will be taken care on chain. Now, one thing that you want to make sure is that you have to set the network to where the bridge starts. So if you are moving Drago from Ethereum to Polygon, you have to set your network to Ethereum first. And in this Loka page, you can basically change Loka into like wrapped Loka in the Polygon and bridge it, and vice versa as well. So you can move a Loka in the Polygon to Ethereum as well. the Loka in Polygon, or maybe Rep Loka, I'm not 100% sure what the naming was, but it will be only used in Drago contents, mostly, well, solely in breeding right now, and other Loka related contents like buying packages with Loka or staking on your continent will all proceed in the Ethereum. So make sure when you're bridging the Loka into Polygon, just set the amount that you want to use in the breeding process. All right, and also few notes that we want to make sure is that because of the bridging process needs a Polygon for the final confirmation, it can take maybe up to like 1 hour in bridging, but you can just after you click the bridge button and finish the process in the MetaMask, there will be a pop-up saying that it might take up to one hour. You can just close that screen. You're going to be processed, and at the end of the day, it will be moved on to the Polygon. And another thing to note is that when you bridge the Loka from Polygon to Ethereum, you actually have to claim the bridged Loka in Ethereum after bridging is over. It's kind of related to the Ethereum's policy on how they deal with this kind of transaction. So you in this screen, you can actually see that in history page, you have this list of transactions to move Loka from Polygon to Ethereum. Some of them are complete, and when it's complete, you have this claim button where you click it, you can get the Loka back to your wallet. So this is the general overview of how the bridging will work. We try to make it as simple and self-explanatory as possible, but if you have any questions, always feel free to come back to this Medium page to learn more about it. All right, so that's all about the bridging. And now let's go to the Drago. So we all know what Drago is, but if there's any newcomers here, Drago is a dragon-like creature that resides in the League of Kingdoms, and then it has been with us in a very limited capacity of restricted with a level 5 and only be able to accompany your troops or defend your kingdoms. But now with this update, Drago NFT will finally have the ability to farm DSA, and also mint it into DST, and also get the Drago itself to level up to level 30, which will strongly increase its capacity. And really excited to see what it's all about. Now, Drago has 7 parts like this: the horn, head, eyes, legs, tail, body, and wing. And each part determines the appearance, the legendary buff, the elemental bonus, and in-game stats. So you can actually check here in this Drago stats in a nutshell image that you can see the Drago level, and also you can see the chimeric fusion level of the Drago. And you can see the legendary parts that gives the legendary bonus stats. And also when you have multiple of the same element parts, you can have the elemental bonus down in the bottom. So this is the general overview of Drago stats. And finally, Drago can now level up, and its max level is right now set to level 30. At level 30, it basically unlocks its full potential of 100%. At level 1, it's like 10% of the full potential, and it gradually increases as you level up this NFT. And also, in gaining XP, you can send the Drago to mine the DSA, and basically the amount of DSA you mined will give the exact same XP. So, for example, if you mine like 100 DSA, will give you 100 XP, and of course, you will need more XP as the level progresses. And also, one other good thing about Drago Level Up is that as the Drago levels up, it will reduce the time it takes to mint resource NFTs. We're gonna go back about the resource minting later in this AMA. So, and also one thing we want to note is that Drago level will not get reset after the transfer between the wallets. So, as far as I know, some of the NFTs out there resets its level after like transactions or trade or sale or whatever. But Drago won't have its levels reset. So if you have like 30, if you buy the 30 level Drago, it will be still 30 level Drago in your wallet. Now, let's go to the Drago breeding and burn. So Drago itself has a breeding mechanism and also have a burning mechanism in the form of chimeric fusion. So Drago breeding is, well, we probably all know about the Drago breeding, but this is the Drago breeding page where you actually pick two of the parents in the screen, and you can actually see the probability of what kind of offspring will be expected. And oh, it's not updated in this screen, but in this page it will also show like how many breeding count it has already used. So like Drago can breed up to 7 times, and if it was in this page you will be able to see if it's used like 1 count or like 5 counts and all that. So here's the price of DST and local in breeding, and it also increases as the breeding counts goes on. And one thing that I want to emphasize is that this is only a cost for a single parent, and you need 2 Dragos for breeding, right? So for example, if you choose a Drago with 1 breed count and another with 4 breed count, the final cost will be 250 plus 550, so 800 DST, and 50 and 110, so in 160 loca. So that will be the breed cost of these breeding. So make sure you have to kind of double on what you see in this page. And let's go to the Drago genetics. So this is when you select 2 Dragos in the screen, you will go to this page where you can see the stats and basically everything about Drago, and under there you can actually see the expected probability. So in this Drago, Drago has dominant gene and recessive gene. So first one has like fire gene as a dominant, light as a recessive, and second one has a dark as a dominant and light as a recessive. So when you finish the breeding, it has like these probability of showing what kind of part there will be in your offspring. So we wanted to show like what we will be able to expect in the breeding process. All right, and also one thing that you really need to know is the Drago. When breeding Drago, it inherits the appearance, the stats, and the element of the part. And legendary is not inherited. Basically, every Drago, when it gets birthed, each part has like 5% chance to become legendary. So it's purely based on luck. So even if you have even if you have a Drago with no legendary parts, you can still not be able to get a legendary from your offspring. So that's one thing that I wanted to make sure about this update. So after the Drago breeding is done, you'll be able to see this egg on your My Drago page, which you will have to hatch and to use it in game. We all went through the hatching process before, so it will be probably pretty much the same, except that it will be on the polygon. Now, let's go to the chimeric fusion. So chimeric fusion is another way to strengthen your Drago other than leveling up. So you first need to burn a Drago to extract the Drago soul. Then you spend this Drago soul performing chimeric fusion, and when it gets successful, all 7 stats of this Drago will be increased, and chance to success will be displayed on the UI. And the reason why we added this chimeric fusion is to make a burning mechanism for Drago NFT itself, because for now there was only Genesis Drago, but after the launch, the Dragos will start to breed, and more Dragos will be in the marketplaces. And basically, if there's too much supply, price will definitely go down. So we wanted to add some kind of burning mechanism to a Drago itself to kind of in a way control its supply in the market, and also have Drago another usage if it's not like interesting to you. So this is a chimeric fusion success page. You can see. And basically the old white stat will get increased as you upgrade this Drago with through the chimeric fusion. And this is the screen where you see the probability of success rate in Chimeric Fusion. So I think this is level. Yeah, it shows it. So I think will be probably a level 4 Drago. Yeah, it did a level 4 Chimeric Fusion level, and at this point, the success rate might be a dummy. I'm not sure how it is right now, but it will going to display the success rate and at the end of and so you can decide on whether you want to do it or not. So if successful in Chimeric Fusion, all 7 stats will increase by certain percentage. And currently, Chimeric Fusion level is up to 15. And at level 15, the entire 7 stats will be increased to 500%. So it is quite a huge upgrade, but with quite a high stake on it. And if failed, basically you will earn Drago Soul Ember instead. And failing at level 15 upgrade will probably give you 256k of DSA in return. But this won't be your primary source of earning DSA. We just understand that you burned the Drago to do it, so there must be something in return, even if it fails. Yeah, so in going over the Drago Soul is pretty simple. Basically, you extract the Drago Soul from a Drago. This Drago NFT will get burned, and number of the Drago Soul that a Drago leaves will depend on the number of legendary parts. So Drago with about 3 legendary parts can give like 9 to 18 DS, and like at level 1 it just used like 1 DS, but at level 5 it might use I'm not 100% sure, but I believe at level 14 it's like 60 DS or something. So basically, if I were you, what kind of strategy might be possible is that you have a Drago with legendary parts and you use it for all the breeding counts that it has. Those are the Dragos that you might want to extract the Drago Soul out of, and you can use them to strengthen the Drago that you want to use in the game through Chimeric Fusion. All right, so this is the image of DS, and yeah, and also this is an image of DS and the DSA. It's quite a confusing number of DS, DSA, DST everywhere, so it's quite confusing. Anyway, let's go to DSA and DST. So basically, Drago Soul Ember is the in-game currency that you can use in-game, and it can be minted into Dragon Soul Token, the DST, which is our new utility token. First of all, this is the image of the Drago Soul DSA mine, with not mined and mining. And Drago with bodyguard troops can march to DSA mine to mine DSA. DSA mine only spawns in the land with landowners, just similar to how the crystal works. And DSA mine's level is determined similarly to other resource nodes based on the land level. And it will spawn every 12 hours. The number of DSA mines will be decided based on the number of Drago in that continent. So in some continent, there might be so many active users, and there's like 500 Dragos. It will mean that it will get like 500 DSA mines compared to other continent that have like 1 Drago, and in that continent only like 1 DSA mine will show up. So basically we wanted to make it proportional to the Drago that the continent have, and this will be counted every day on UTC 0000. Basically, we'll take a snapshot of Dragos inside the layer and count the Drago count in that continent. And we are adding the local staking on continent bonus as well to DSA mines, but I want to make sure the minimum of DSA mine bonus will be 100%, so there will be no like downside from having the local staking on it. But with the continent which have the higher local staking tier, like some of the continent that has like tier 6, it will have an increased number of DSA mines spawning in that continent. All right. So, and also we will be actively adjusting the amount of DSA that can be mined or that can be supplied within a continent or within the game to adjust the price range of the DSA as well. So this is the image of a troop marching to DSA mine. And when you want to mine DSA mine, you will have to use a action point called Drago action point that can be shown in your gameplay. So the number of Dragos in the Drago layer will determine the amount of Drago AP you will get each day. Level 1 layer can house like 4 Drago, and level 30 can house like 40 Drago, I believe. And each Drago with no legendary parts will give you 1 Drago AP. Each Drago with any legendary parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will give you like 2 Drago AP. So if you have like 1 normal Drago and 2 legendary Drago, you will have 5 Drago AP to use in your game for that day. The max Drago AP at full house of level 30 Drago layer will be capped at 20 to control the supply of the DSA. And the Drago AP will be refueled at UTC 0000 based on the snapshot. We will count the Dragos in the layer of each players and give the Drago AP respectively. And this applies to the rented Drago. So if you have a Drago rented, you will need to put it in the layer before UTC 0000 to receive the Drago AP. So this is a screen where you can see the Drago action point right here. And also, what you need to know is that Drago AP will only be used when you go for the mining DSA. So one Drago AP is consumed for each mining march. And attacking with Drago won't use Drago. This is a typo. Drago AP, even to attacking the DSA mine. So basically, when someone is mining in the DSA mine and you want to attack it, it will become an attack march. It will not use your Drago AP, and just you're gonna attack it. And even if you win the battle, your troops will first return the castle, and you have to send another march for mining purpose. And at this moment, that's when the Drago AP will be spent. Now, DST minting. So basically, DSA is an in-game currency, but it can be minted to DST, which you can trade freely in any of the marketplaces you like or exchanges. And DSA's minting process will be very much similar to how local voucher work. So in your inventory, there will be a space where you have DSA counted as an item, and you press exchange, you select your wallet, and it will be sent to the wallet that is connected to your in your NFT tab. So make sure you know how to process. And 100 DSA will be 1 DST. This conversion rate is fixed right now, but depending on the supply and demand of the DST and DSA, we can potentially change it in some way, but we'll have to see how it goes. At the start of the launch, DST price will probably be going up and down roller coaster, but at one point, I think the market will discover how the price will be, and after that, we will be actively adjusting the supply and demand of the DST to have it less fluctuating in the marketplaces. Also, there will be a feature to convert DST into DSA, so that when you buy the DST out in the marketplace and you want to use it to upgrade your layer, you can mint it kind of unminting it, just like how the skin unminting works, to DST into DSA. Now, DST faucets, there will be like 3 ways to earn DSA in this update. One is obviously the DSA mining, which will be the primary source of DSA supply. The second is the failing in chimeric fusion, as we discussed earlier. And finally, DSA will be rewarded as the final reward of daily quests. You can only get make sure that you have Drago in your layers to get the DSA from the daily quest, and the ownership of the Drago will be counted based on the snapshot every day. And I believe it's 1,000 DSA in a single day from the daily quest. Now, DST sync currently has two big sinks. One is breeding, so DST will be used in Drago breeding along with the Loci and Polygon. And the layer upgrade, the DSA will be used in Drago layer upgrade, similar to how you upgrade the Alliance centers where you have certain additional item to upgrade it. Drago layer will also use resources to upgrade as well. And Drago layer will have a max level 30, same as the other buildings. And the level of Drago layer will decide how many Dragos can be used in a single account. And as we talked earlier, it decides how much Drago AP you can get. Also, it decides how many Dragos are inside your continent. So basically, the size of the layer will be super important if you want to operate a lot of Dragos in your gameplay. Now, Drago rental will be processed on the rental webpage, will be inside our marketplace webpage. And on the web, when listing a rental contract, you can decide on like how do you want to split the DSA, like 5 to 5, 6 to 4, like that, and whether or not the rented Drago can be used for minting. We'll discuss more about it later, but there will be no set date duration of the rental. The owner can at any time the owner can terminate the contract. The reason why we made it this way is that DSA will be automatically distributed when Drago returns with the mined DSA. So as soon as the DSA hits your kingdom, it will be automatically splitted to the owner and the borrower. And so at any given time, if the owner decides to terminate the contract, still both sides will have the DSA from what the borrower earned during the mechanism. And the reason why owner can terminate it is that if the owner doesn't like the borrower, maybe borrower is procrastinating or doing something wrong, owner can at any given time terminate the contract and retrieve the Drago from the borrower. Also, for obvious reasons, rented Drago won't be able to be burned, transferred, or used for extracting the Dragon Soul. And there will be that dashboard. We're planning on making a dashboard displaying how much DSA that the rented Dragos to farm. So we wanted to make this rented feature as simple and clear as possible with minimum ways of like abusing it in some way. And there's actually one small bad news right now. I actually learned it this morning. So the drug rental, we've kind of encountered a crucial error in the drug rental part. And I believe we will need a bit more testing at this moment. So everything else about Drago will be released on the launch except for rental. We are expecting it to drop no longer than a week from the launch. So that's a bit of a bad news. Sorry for the slight delay on this rental feature. I know quite some of you are waiting for it, so we'll make sure we fix it as soon as possible and update it to you. So this is a UI that shows what kind of what the rental state of Drago, whether it's rented in the blue or for the owner, or rented out and in the red, and some kind of ways to show that the Drago is used in the renting process. Now, another big update coming with this Drago launch is the resource minting. So after this update, you will need Drago to mint resources. There will be a resource minting slot in the layer, just like this, in this screen where you put your Dragos to mint, and the resource NFT amount will also be changed. So currently we have like 1 million, 5 million, and 10 million. Now it will be changed to 10 million, 50 million, and 100 million options, and each takes a different time to mint. So 10 million takes 8 hours, just like how the cooldown is right now. 50 mil will take 24, and 10 mil will take 48 hours. And just like I said earlier, leveling up the Drago will actually reduce this time takes to mint the resource NFT. So I think at max level it lowers it down to about half, I think. So yeah, there will be a bit of a change in this update. And also currently we take a 40% resource fee when you mint the resources. So if you want to mint 10 million resource, you actually need 14 million. Now that resource fee will be removed. So this is a screen where you can see where you can decide which amount of resource NFT you want to mint, and also you can actually now see the cooldown of each minting, and you can know when you have to return to do the next minting. So this is a bit of a big update for us as well, but there are two major reasons behind this decision. One is to give another gatekeeper against the bot accounts pumping the resource NFTs and potentially appreciate the value of resource NFTs in the market. And also the other is to add value to the allocate Drago NFT. It was a tough decision, as we believe free-to-play players are still really important assets in game, and they will have one less way to farm or earn incomes in our game. However, we believe that free-to-play players can still find opportunities to earn through the rental system that we offer. And also, we are considering other options, like maybe opening the resource minting to holder of other LK NFTs, maybe like land, but this is still undecided, so we'll have to see. Anyway, along with this update, we wanted to add several features about the resource minting that the community has wanted, like increasing the unit of minting, having the cooldown timer displayed, and removing the resource fee. So this is how it will look in the layer. And that is the reason why when renting, you can check if the borrower can use it for resource minting or not. So that's also tied to this one. And finally, Drago emoji is coming for every Drago owner. So enjoy your emoji. All right, so that's about it for the big update. And let's take a 3-minute break and come back for a live question. Thank you. All right, we're back. Now, a few things I want to share first before we move on. So let's put the streaming back on. All right, so first of all, there was a question about the Genesis Drago. What's the difference of it? One major, it was a year ago, but one major, most important thing about the Genesis Drago is that you can actually pick the parents and have some of the parts guaranteed. So when you pick the like fire parent, you had 2 fire elements guaranteed, and also when you pick the legendary Drago, the legendary parts were guaranteed. So from there, basically Genesis Drago have much higher probability of getting a better one, especially in terms of like legendaries. When the breeding starts, it will be much harder to get a legendary parts, just like we did during the Genesis sale. I believe there were like someone with 5 legendary parts or something like that. So that's one of the big changes in the big differences in the Genesis Drago and the new Dragos coming in. And also for the Genesis Drago, we are planning on adding some kind of a staking feature so that the Genesis Drago can actually increase the DSA's farming speed more than compared to other Dragos. But we will have to see how it unfolds. But there are some of the plans that we are these are some of the plans that we are thinking. And also, before we finish, I want to share the dev's comment about the DSA and DST economics. So please be advised that DSA and DST are not primarily intended to incentivize gamers to play to earn like windfall gains or like jackpot. It's not a lottery. Our goal is to design a system that gamers primarily utilize acquire DSA to unlock advanced features within the Drago economy and elevate the overall gameplay experience. And any excess beyond the utility purpose may be monetized. And we wanted to have it set in a price range that's not fluctuating too much, so that it kind of like pumps to crazy and goes down like to dust or something like that. We want to keep it as like, what to say? Yeah, not fluctuating. My brains are not working right now. Stable as possible. Thank you, Paul. So we find users' ability to effectively capitalizing on their game efforts and time through on-chain assets in a reasonable scale, conducive to the game and economy. And despite our intent, we acknowledge our limitations and the nature of the free market that may expose to fluctuation in the supply and the value of the DST. And most likely at the earlier stage, it will be quite huge. And in any such case, beyond the economical reasonable level, we will take proactive measures to keep the game economy healthy and in control, preventing the token price from skyrocketing or crashing beyond what's necessary. All right, so now we're going to move on to the questions. Paul actually had a question ready for us. It is from Oni. Oh, those who we picked today, please share your wallet address in the AMA discussion channel. We will leave it open so that we can later send you the reward. All right, so question from Oni. Regarding the Loka, if Drago and land move to a different chain, will Loka staking of Drago parts and Loka generated by land dividend also be migrated to another chain? So basically, at the current level, all the features related to Loka is staying on the Ethereum. As Polygon is not a distant chain, we don't want it to bother moving it to Polygon. So Loka in Polygon will only be used for breeding purposes for now. Okay, so next question is from Sakith. Is DST only be got through mining, and is it only used to breed Drago, or does it have any other utilities? Can we expect more utilities in the future? So, well we can actually go back to that page. Why did I? Oh, here. Okay, so basically the DSA faucet, the gaining will be mostly from DSA mining, and secondly from daily quests, and sometimes maybe unfortunately from fail in Chimeric Fusion. And DST Sync is currently right now, DST Sync, or we can call it utility of the DST token, will primarily for the breeding and layer upgrade at the launch, but we are definitely open to increase more utility of DST token in our gameplay. I think League of Kingdoms is quite a complex game, and we have a lot of room to find utility to the DST. So for now, you don't really have to worry about it. We are definitely excited to find new other options for the utility for the DST token. Okay. All right, now we're going to pick some of the live questions, 3 live questions. So, and we're going to actually invite you to the stage to give us your question. So, raise your hand right now. How do you raise your hand?
There's button right next.
All right, there's button right on the left down corner. So press that button and raise your hand to be selected. I'll be invited on the stage and give us the question. You can't? Why? Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec. Let me check. It's probably the permission, I guess. Yeah, this got quite a huge update this time, and this is weird. Request to speak. Huh. Give me 1 sec. I think I found it. Don't know why it's locked. Huh. All right, this is weird. Okay, I found it. Now you'll be all right. Popping up. Cool. Okay, who should we pick? All right. We are looking into the names. I see a lot of familiar names, some of the new names. All right, Simon, welcome to the stage. Hi. Simon S.
Hi guys, it's really cool update. I really love it.
I think I cannot hear you right now. Oh, give me 1 sec. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you speak again?
Yeah.
All right. Just 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay. Can you speak again right now?
Yeah. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
I'm doing great, thank you. I just woke up to be present here. I see that the rest of the people can hear me, so I wanted to say it's really good update. I really love it, and I had a question in regards to the landowners. Like, will you ever consider the idea to provide them with a percentage of crystal mined and DSA mined from their land?
Can you reiterate your question? I kind of got confused in the middle.
I wrote it in the questions channel as well. So will you ever consider the idea to reward landowners with crystals mined and DSA mined from their land, like with a percentage?
Oh, interesting question. For now, landowners can earn the resources from it and also have the local reward based on the Land Rebel right now. So we do have some hopes of connecting the Land NFT and the Drago NFT in some senses, but right now, at least during the launch, there won't be any features about it. But that is definitely an interesting idea. We will see how we can unfold it, find some ways to make it happen.
Cool. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, let's pick a new one. Who will be the lucky person? Oh, okay. So, Chris Grim. I think your mic is in the mute.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So, first of all, it's been a long wait for this, more than a year, I believe. So, I'm really excited for this. So, actually, I have a lot of questions, but I will probably pick one. So, one question I have is: will there also be a DSA mine inside CVCs, and can we be gathering DSA from killing Magdars and so on?
Okay, so both of the options are actually the ones that we've been considering in the launch, but as far as I remember, we are not doing it during the launch. So DSA for now will be only in the main continent. It won't be in the CVC League because we want you to focus on the CVC and its gameplay itself, not on the DSA in the CVC Battlefield. But yeah, those two that you just mentioned are actually things that we were considering, and I think after the launch we might revisit this idea, but at least from the launch it will be only in the mainland.
All right, looking forward for the CVC part. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one last questioner.
Yo, actually, the quality of the question is really good. So, okay, let's go for Hummingbird. Hummingbird? Yeah. I think you're denying the requests right now. Okay, I'll pick another one.
All right, let's go to another one.
Okay, how about New Dia? New Dia?
New Dia, can you accept the invite and come up the stage? Strange.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we picked a new one. Kirk Legend. Kirk Legend. Can you unmute your mic and show us your voice?
Hey, hi everyone.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. Yeah, I really like the new content. Have a question. When will the content be launched? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's March 31st. But it will be
What time?
we'll be launching at like UTC 0000, so yeah, but it's coming tomorrow.
Okay, that's good.
Good.
Was that your question, Kirk
That was
Legend?
my question.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Share us your question. Another question. Kirk Legend, do you have another question? I think we can take one more.
What's the other way to mint DST?
Oh, so in minting DSA into DST, you can actually do it in your inventory in-game. So in-game inventory, there will be DSA as an item, and you can click it to
this is.
You have it minted right here. So you basically connect your wallet and proceed with the transaction. It will be sent to the wallet that is connected to your in-game account. So that's how it will be. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So it's almost 1 hour, and we told you that we will be revealing some of a sneak peek on the roadmaps that's coming for us. So let's give me 1 sec. All right, let's take a look. All right, I think I will have to share the screen itself. Okay.
So it's like the.
We can just go. Oh, you can just go.
Hold on.
All right. Okay.
So what we're trying to show you guys would be a sneak peek for our roadmap after what Drago will be launched. So yeah, everybody stay tuned. This will only be a sneak peek from you guys, for you guys only, for the participants of our LOK AMA. So yeah, let's go.
Let's go. So the first one is the PFP update. It's more about it will be coming. And the next one will be ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Yeah, let's not say anything. You guys know what this is. Oh, Whoa, what is this? Oh.
All right, so lots coming up this year. So stay tuned, stay with us, and let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I think this will be the end of the AMA live today. For those who got the questions picked and who spoke in this and shared your questions, please leave your wallets in the AMA discussion channel, and we'll be sending you the Drago NFT itself. So thank you very much, everyone, and yeah, it's coming. So hope you have a great rest of the day and stay tuned for the Drago update. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.